Hey guys, Mike back again. Well, I'm going to make a couple of nice quiche Lorraine, which is basically just egg and ham pie. I'll start off with some chopped onion. You see me do this a million and one times now. So I'm just going to basically work my way through this. I want a small dice. So I'll just, as you've seen me do before, just basically top and tail, cut it in half, slice it horizontal in a couple of places, and then we do a lot of fine slices in the vertical, and then we just chop it straight across. Keep your fingers out of the way, we don't do any accidents. I've just sharpened my knives, so I wouldn't even know I'd cut myself until I started bleeding properly. But we'll chop that up, put that to one side. Now I'll do my quiche a little bit different in that I boil some eggs. Now this time I've done them kind of a little bit rough or rustic. Normally I would chop them down a lot smaller, and to be honest I will be doing that next time I do this, because I left the egg yolk a little bit too big, so it was a little bit too kind of dry, I guess, in some places. So I should have really chopped that down a lot more. But still, you can either do this, or you can just don't boil them in the first place and just put your egg straight in there as a mix. So that's my eggs, my onion. I've got some pre-grated cheese, a nice strong cheddar. This is my Christmas ham left over, the honey glazed ham that I've done. I sliced all that up, put it in the freezer. No point in wasting it. I'm just going to cut this down so it's a similar size dice to the cheese, to the onion. Normally I would dice the cheese as well. That's what my brain was telling me there. As you can tell, I don't use a script when I do stuff like this. That should be somewhere near enough, I think. If I need more, I can always cut some more. And as it is, I use store-bought pastry case. Just put that out the way for a moment while I get myself set up. So I'm just going to mix some eggs up here. So on camera you'll see I used 2 eggs and egg white, 2 cups of egg white. I actually added an extra couple of eggs off camera just to thicken the mix up a little bit. And I like to use egg white as opposed to full eggs, just so it's a little bit healthier, not as much fat or saturated fats and cholesterol from the egg yolk. So bear that one in mind. And say there's around 2 cups of egg white left in my tub there, so time to go to the store, buy some more. Don't be tempted to put any milk or cream in there, it just kind of thins it down too much. There's my pastry casing, so I always prick first, but I use a Tender Flake store-bought ones, there's 2 in the box. But this is easy, just defrost it first and then just prick the base, otherwise you get air trapped underneath and it will mushroom up and push all your filling out. So I say there is 2 casings, I'm going to make the 2 pies, we'll just share our ingredients between the 2. If I do bake my own, I tend to use a deeper dish, a good 1.5 inches, so you get a real thick slab of quiche or egg and ham pie, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just put a wee bit of everything in there, we'll just mix it all in. So everything's pretty much cooked anyway, apart from the pastry and the egg. And I'm just going to use a ladle at this point. I just don't want to overfill and then use too much and not have enough left for the next one. Just measure by eye. You don't want to, like say, you don't want to come too much, otherwise you may spill over the sides. Just make sure it's all getting everywhere in there. And I'm just going to use the egg to wash off my pastry. And I forgot to say earlier there, I like to try and keep some of my dishes simple. I don't always follow correct recipes. I'll use substitutes for what I can. I have a 20-year-old son now. He was at university, so I'm hoping he's following along with some of my videos and learning a few things, just so he can make himself some quick and inexpensive lunches. All students are broke, unless you come from a wealthy family, of course. So here we are, ready to go. 2 of them all brushed up, ready to go in the oven. So I'll set my oven at 400 Fahrenheit. I set the 200 first just to warm through there, and I'm still waiting for it to warm up. Give that about 30 minutes. But after 20 minutes, remove it from the oven, and we're going to throw our cheese on top. You'll see that in a moment or two. So this is why I had leftover cheese. Now what you can do with this, as I do here, I just put it back in for that extra 10 or 15 minutes if you need to, just to make sure everything's cooked and nice and firm. Once it is nice and cooked, you can always throw it under the grill and you can brown that cheese off. You can get it nice and crispy on the top if you want. Again, that's down to personal preference. So I'm just setting my timer there for another 10 minutes. I'm just counting down there. The last 5 minutes is coming. So get ready to come out now. And they look fantastic. And the sad thing is, I've cooked these and my lady's taking them to work. So that's all done. But Mike would just like to say thank you very much for watching. Love you all. Please remember to like, share, follow. I will be doing a link on Facebook and onto my YouTube and TikTok accounts. But I love you all. Thanks for